There comes a time when you have to say enough is enough. I'm not talking about with your fantasy team. Well, for my fantasy team, yeah, enough is enough there. But overall, with the Vikings and Ed Ingram, there's a lot left to be desired. In fact, it's been so rough that anybody could with two brain cells could see that this last game, specifically for Ed Ingram, wasn't great. Highlighted here by Eric Thompson. Make sure you guys give him a follow. Hashtag Vikings Week 8 offensive line PFF grades. In parentheses, overall / run blocking, pass blocking, and pressures allowed. And if you trickle all the way down to that fourth name on the list, yes, you go past guys like Christian Darrisaw, who just continues to ball out. Had an overall PFF grade of a 91.7. Yes, you absolutely love to see it. Just getting it done on all phases there. Ezra Cleveland also had a good day, 79.5. Garrett Bradbury continues to do his thing and just continues to play some good football there, 66.6. But Ed Ingram, 41.7, 59.7 run blocking grade, and a 16.9 pass block. They might have just put him down. Might as well just put him back down to zero. Like it just. From the first snap to the last, he was just getting worked by J.J. Watt and company, and it was rough. Allowed a total of 6 pressures and a couple of sacks, and quite honestly, his whole season outlook really hasn't been that great either. A total of 469 snaps, has allowed 6 sacks. That's tied for most in the NFL. I don't know why it went to the left there. I tried to make it work with my amateur Excel skills, but then you go down to penalties, has allowed 3 penalties. I think that's like tied for 17th, and has an overall PFF grade on the year of 56.7567 there. And it's one of those things where before the season we were so excited. It looked like that Vikings offensive line was going to be the best that it was in years. It was going to be good to go. You didn't really have to worry about it. Garrett Bradbury, hopefully he was going to play well. He has been playing well. He's been kind of a pleasant surprise for the Vikings offensive line thus far. But Ed Ingram right next to him, it's just, I don't know. It's been kind of a disappointment. I'm not going to lie. So I think at this time, it's time to bench Ed Ingram. And I think that there is a plan. There should be a plan to incorporate him again into the starting lineup, because there comes a time when a player's just over their skis. Like they're getting owned. They're getting frustrated with themselves, and they are not just honing in on the techniques and what they need to be working on, and instead it's more of them being overly critical of themselves. And the thing with Ed Ingram is he's a very talented player. He's a very good pass blocker, so the fact that he's getting worked right now makes absolutely no sense. I think he's in his head too much. I think as a coach you have to take him aside. You have to kind of tutor him a little bit, and it's not like the Vikings don't have that interior depth that you look for on the offensive line. Chris Reed is there, Blake Brandel, Austin Schlotman, is it Schlotman, whatever, whatever pronunciation. But you've got guys there that could step up, that should step up, or at least be given an opportunity to. And Ed Ingram, was it a mistake to start him right away? Perhaps, but not the question we're facing today. The question is, do they need to bench Ed Ingram or bench Ed Ingram? And I think you definitely need to at this point. I think, again, it's not the fact that I think he's done in Minnesota. I think you just need to be able to get him, bring him over under that coach's wing. You need to be able to kind of let him recalibrate, possibly let him see what he can do, later on in the season when the Vikings possibly clinch a playoff seed. 1 second. And just see what he can do. Let him get back to the film room. Let him get back to the basics and really look to see if he can recover from this. I think he can. I think he's got all the tools in the world. Again, he was a tremendous pass blocker coming up out of LSU. And the run blocking side of things was kind of lacking, but it's been the polar opposite with the Vikings so far. Like he's had a better run blocking grade for pretty much all the games here with the Vikings as opposed to his pass blocking grade. So it is a little bit of a shocker here, even though the Vikings, yes, will run the football in the NFL, and he stepped that portion up of his game, but I think he really needs to get back to, the way that he can play in terms of being that a dominant pass blocking guard. And I think he can do it, but I think for now, you got to bench him. You got to let him recalibrate and let him get back to what he knows. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like and a follow there. Also remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about the Minnesota Vikings needing to bench right guard Ed Ingram.